So, you clicked on the title of this video. Allow me to elaborate. In today's video, I want to discuss what could potentially be Smash 7's selling points. And by selling point, I mean the main reason why we should play this next Smash game over Smash Ultimate, which could be enjoyed by anybody casually and competitively, or melee, and that's just for the sweats, but we don't talk about that. So some examples of selling points for previous Smash games would be Smash 64. Their selling point was being the first Nintendo fighting game crossover with the unique percentage-based gameplay over health bars that's normally seen in traditional 2D games. For Melee, it was expanding content over the original with a larger roster, way faster gameplay, and improved graphics. Then for Brawl, it was the first Smash Brothers game to include guest party, third-party characters, and a feature-length story mode in the Subspace Emissary. For Smash 4 on the 3DS, it was the first Smash Brothers game on a handheld console. Then for Smash Wii U, being able to play 8 players at the same time in local multiplayer, the first Smash game to be getting DLC characters, custom moves, and amiibo functionality. Then for Smash Ultimate, it was the Everyone is Here tagline, bringing back every veteran Smash character from the previous games, meaning that no one got cut. So for the next Smash game, we gotta think something bigger. You know, a selling point that has to be bigger than what Ultimate gave us in order to make people buy the next game. And here's a few ideas that I came up with. So the first idea I had was every stage is here. No? Okay. How about everyone is unique? And by that, I mean no Echo Fighters, no clone characters, and everybody has a unique moveset. Now that could work, but I understand that fighting games, they love having clone characters, especially since the last game, they coined the term Echo Fighters, so I can't really see this being a thing. So moving on to the next idea I have. The next one's a pretty simple one, so this one is over 100 fighters and over 100 stages. You know, building off of what Ultimate gave us, which was 89, technically 91 fighters, if you don't count Pokemon Trainer as one. And if we had 103 base stages, and then the 5 DLC that came with their own stage, and then the 6 characters from the second Spider Pass, I think we have, 114 stages? So yeah, just add on top of that. But if that's the direction they don't want to go in, that's perfectly fine. My next idea would be, how about just rebooting the franchise? You know, we could turn Smash from a 2D platform fighter into a 3D platform fighter. Again, hard to see happening. But if they did do a 3D mode, I can still see them doing a traditional 2D mode, just for the fans. Last idea I got, nothing crazy, but you know, this next Smash game could be the first Smash game to include a rollback netcode for online play. Huh? But knowing Nintendo, that probably is asking for too much. But anyways, if you guys got any ideas, leave them in the comments below. You know, whichever direction they go with, I'll be down with whatever. Smash sells copies off a brand regardless, so. But if they say this next Smash game is going to be the first game in this series to introduce battle passes, limited time game modes, or microtransactions to purchase skins, then I'm gonna have to head out.